Hi, this is Axeman, and welcome to this lesson on And I Love Her by the Beatles. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to explain what I did on it, and then I'm going to play it again with my homemade backup band, because it's more fun to practice with a band than just on your own, and it should give you a little more fun. Okay, here we go. Give her all my love, that's all I do. And if you saw my love, you'd love her too. I love her. She gives me everything, and tenderly the kiss my lover brings, she brings to me, and I love her. A love like ours could never die, as long as I have you near me. Bright are the stars that shine, dark is the sky. I know this love of mine will never die, and I love her. A love like ours could never die, as long as I have you near me. Bright are the stars that shine, dark is the sky. I know this love of mine will never die, and I love her. There we go. Okay. Starts off in the key of D with this lick. That is A, D, C sharp, B. Now if you have a high strung G on your instrument, that lick doesn't sound so good, so do it here. A, D, C sharp, B. Okay? First chord, E minor and B minor. Now, here's things common to both chords. I bar the first three strings at the second fret and put my third finger on the fourth string, fourth fret. And that makes the B minor chord. For the E minor, put your little finger on the third string, fourth fret, and your second finger on the second string, third fret. Now here's what the E minor looks like right here. And you'll notice has the fifth of the chord, the root, the flat 3, and the 5 to make a minor chord. And that looks like this on the instrument. The B minor, second fret, root, flat 3, 5, root. And you'll notice this note and this note were also in the E minor chord. The only difference, E minor had this one and this one. Okay? So we're going to E minor, B minor. Notice my right hand picking pattern. Picking the 4th string with the thumb and then the other 3 strings with the other 3 fingers simultaneously. All right. Later on, after the chorus, after the second chorus, I changed to this picking pattern. Using the standard guitar method of naming your fingers, it's P-I-M-A. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. P-I-M-A. Pima. Those are the initials for the Spanish words for the fingers. The thumb is P, index, middle, and annular or ring finger. P-I-M-A. Okay, the picking pattern is P-I and then M and A together. I'll call that Ma. So we got P-I, Ma, I, P-I, Ma, I, P-I, Ma, I, P-I. Fairly easy and sounds real good. Okay, meanwhile, we started the song with B minor, E minor and B minor, E minor and B minor, then it'll go to G, and that looks like this. This is your standard open G chord, G root, 5, root, 3. Now, a lot of people, beginners, start out playing it with 3 fingers like this. But I rarely do that unless I need have something that involves it. Most of the time I'll do it the same way I did that E minor and B minor thing. I bar the first 3 strings and put my 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. That way I've got these 2 fingers free to do other things if I need. They're free to play little melodies. Okay, anyway, that's how I do the G. It would behoove you to learn how to do that fingering. The next chord is A. Everybody knows the open A chord, but here's a picture of it. Root, 3, 5, 1. Okay, and that is immediately followed by a D chord, and here's a picture of that one. 5, root, 3, 5. 2nd fret, open. And that one I use the 2nd finger in this case, goes because I go right from A to D. And I lay it over and cover the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, but not the 1st. I bent the knuckle backwards to avoid that finger hitting it. And that's a good thing to learn to do with every finger. Do it with the 1st, the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Might take some work, but there are instances where you'll need it. Okay? That's all the chords until we we get to the chorus. The chorus is B minor to A, and then B minor to F sharp minor. And that's exactly the same fingering as the E minor, except it's moved up 2 frets. I won't show you a picture because you know how to do the E minor now, so there you go. And then it ends with A. Now we're going to change keys to go to the instrumental and to do the last chorus. And all we do, we're going from the key of D, we're going to move up 1 fret to the key of E flat. So instead of, we're going to, or on this string, whoops. And the chords are the same formations, just up a fret. So here we have F minor, to C minor, F minor to C minor, A flat to B flat to E flat. Okay, the A flat, it's the same shape as the open G, except it's moved up a fret. So with this one, you can't really be doing a bar on these notes. You have to give each one a finger. So this is going to be first finger, second finger, third finger, little finger. Like that. Now if you have trouble with this stretch, which you may at first, but if you work on it, it'll soon become comfortable. Here's another way to do it. This is kind of like the open F chord slid up and barred. Still have the same thing. Now that with this, we can do that bar like I did with the open G. It's just moved up a fret, and then our third finger goes here on the third of the chord. So instead of a root position, you know, with the one, instead of a 1-5-1-3, we have a 3-5-1-3. And that's called a first inversion of the chord. Sounds a little different, but almost the same. Here's the root, here's the inversion. Both are important fingerings to know. Anyway, from the A flat, it goes to B flat. And that looks like this. It's like the A chord moved up one fret. So we bar these two. I actually bar all three because I like to keep the three strings covered, just be in the habit of it. And then second finger, third finger. Root 3-5-1. From there it goes to E flat, which is like the D chord except moved up a fret, and here's what that looks like. Okay, 5-1-3-5. We're doing this with the third finger, covering those three, bending it at the knuckle so it doesn't hit this string, and then this one here, I'm still barring all three of them, just out of habit. You can do it with just the one finger, but it's good to get your hand used to doing that. Now, when the ending part, that's F minor, C minor, F minor, then it's going to do C major for the ending. I didn't have a picture of it, but it's exactly the same as the B flat moved up, which is like the C minor, except just adding that note on the third string, raising it up to a major third instead of a minor third. There's the minor, there's the major. Okay? So now you know how to do it. Now I'm going to strike up the band, and we'll play it again with the backup band, and you can practice with my bare naked version or along with the band, whichever one gives you the most pleasure. Here we go.